Oh yeah. No. We be ready. We be ready to smash! I am so hyped, so excited. So let me sum it up real quick. So welcome back everybody to Yuntao's channel. I am a streamer or YouTuber who likes to put out positive content, rather than educating myself or you in the process. Today we're gonna be doing some Total Warhammer, obviously, and we're gonna be doing the new DLC content, Grom The Paunch. Technically it is also the Warden, but it's just elves. Who cares about elves? If you care about elves, you know, good for you. I need people to fight. By the way, this little guy, you'll see him again in just a moment. He does a dab. I just want everybody to notice that real quick. All right, you'll see him. Look at that paunch. That's such a nice paunch. Look, watch him. Watch him. Look at that dab. He saw that dab. I saw that dab. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna be doing the Greenskin Orc campaign. All I know is that this is apparently was a really big update for them, and apparently helped the Greenskins quite a bit. And so I'm super excited to try it out, super excited to kind of see what happens. And I love the Total Warhammer universe, or the Warhammer universe to be exact. Warhammer Fantasy is what it's originally was based off, which is a tabletop miniature game, which I have a lot of passion and excitement for. Greenskins Orcs is one of the ones that was super excited to play, and I play in real life as well. Even though now it's talking called Age of Sigmar, which, fun fact, Warhammer Fantasy will be making a return. At least that's the potential idea. Side note, 5 emotes shared. Mike Parks just gifted a tier sub to Rick Rolla and your friendly Rogue. I have to dab by glowing boar. Dab, ready to go. Cringe alert. Thanks, Mike Parks. That's very kind of you. Mike Parks has been a very big proprietor for Total Warhammer for me. Actually, I'm technically what got them into Total Warhammer, if I remember correctly. Is that right? Is that wrong? I don't know. But anyways, thanks again for those gifted subs. This is very kind of you. Rick Roll, I hope you enjoyed the emotes. Your friendly Rogue, welcome back to being able to use the emotes again. Very cool of y'all. And yes, donations, subs, all that is definitely appreciated because it allows me to get a little bit closer to becoming a full-time streamer. It will eventually happen. I got a feeling. So beyond that, where was I? Besides being excited about everything and all the things. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a pretty decent stream today. We'll probably won't go super long, but this is going to be taking over my Wednesday slot from here on out, for at least until we finish up this campaign. We are doing it solo play just because, you know, it's been a while. I don't want to, like, you know, have to make everybody else wait for me. But, yeah, so what else do I need to bring up? I think that's pretty much it. I think we should just get into the gameplays. It was your Tomb Kings campaign. Oh, you enjoyed the Tomb Kings? Oh man, I didn't even finish that one. I need to probably get back to that. There's a lot of stuff to get back. But first, we're gonna do some greenskins. So first of all, don't know if there's any movies. So probably get a movie once we start this. So first things first, what it is for Yuntao to play Total Warhammer. What that means for me is I have my Iron Man challenges. Mike Parks will be very familiar with it. Rick Roll, I think you might be somewhere familiar, and maybe people who are lurking in the background. So what that means is I won't save unless it's an auto save, or when I quit out of the game, that's the only time I'm gonna save. No saving before a fight. If I lose a fight spectacularly, well, rip me, everybody. I gotta keep going. Beyond that, we will be doing some no pausing room in a real-time fights. I have a little timer reminding everybody, so you'll see that come through the chat log as well. We also will, there was something else I'm forgetting about. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna be playing hard mode in the campaign and for the battle. I could do legendary, I could do very hard, but hard mode is tough enough as it is, so I'm just gonna stick with that. I'm pretty cool, but I'm not that cool. And that sums it up. But yeah, let's kind of like go over the greenskins. Let's talk about what we're gonna be going into. I'll start the stream cap to battle before we actually launch this, so don't worry if you're here for that one. And honestly, let's just have a good time. Thanks for everybody who stopped by today. So first things first, what is Grom, or who is Grom the Paunch? So I'm simply gonna go into a little bit of the story, but I originally thought this guy was an orc, and he might look like an orc. He's actually a goblin. Yeah. Go figure, right? So the idea in the story is that this goblin just loved to eat, was a big lover of eating, and decided one day to consume raw troll flesh. Well, if you might know this, or maybe you don't, but troll flesh typically regenerates, and so it actually regenerated inside of his gullet, and between the battle of the belly, where his stomach acid was fighting against it, he just got more and more massive and big to where he got to the size he is today. Because of his size, he actually became very strong, so he was able to take on other war bosses. And so that's what his whole thing is that he became such a powerful goblin and got other goblins to rally behind his banner to take out other orc bosses and became a warlord and war boss to himself. This guy, who I think his name is Niblet or something like that, is a night goblin he accidentally sat on, but it survived as opposed to being destroyed and killed. And so Niblet became a like his lucky banner, basically, and that's what that guy's about. Let's be real, legendary is not in the playbook. What do you reference? Or just like to do legendary would be not something. Yeah, I mean, I actually want to finish this game, and that's why we're gonna do hard mode. But we're sticking with what we know. Yeah, legendary just. I don't like the difficulty settings in this game. We probably should find a mod for it. But yeah, okay, we went over his little brief story. It looks like you start off in near the Southern Badlands, so we're probably gonna fight undead. I think actually where we're at, which is gonna be terrifying. We have the Northern Elven enemies over here, and we have what looks like some of the. Wait, can you play Grom in the Total Warhammer version as well, Fantasy? It's just not fun. Yeah. To the left is more lizard folk. To the northwest is dark elves. And to the bottom is orcs and lizard folk. And there's gonna be some dwarves. But the original story is that he fought all the way in the Warhammer, or the original Warhammer lands against the Empire and the dwarves, and just rained destruction. And then his shaman, if I remember correctly, told him to head this way and kind of like go mess with the elves and go mess with other things. And that's kind of where he's here in the first place. Because orcs are usually from like the far, far east of this world. But anyways, let's go less about the lore, let's go more about the game mechanics. So it's a typical orc thing. We get a wog. If we get enough anger and enough frenzy going on, we'll be able to spawn just a random army to come help us out for a limited time. We can use the underweight, so basically we can use tunnels to get around, which might be really useful for us. We have an extensive unit roster that's a very aggressive infantry and fast cavalry and monsters. Now, specifically this guy has access to Grom's Cauldron. Have no idea what that is. We'll find out probably at some point. Suitable climate, temperate islands, so we enjoy being on islands. Elves hate us. We also get the wogs have a chance to include pump wagons, which is this thing, which is unstoppable, armor piercing, armor sundering, and expendable. So not that important, won't flee, if I remember correctly. That's what expendable does, but it has a lot of capabilities to just like cavalry punch into stuff, which is gonna be pretty cool. We also get a global recruitment duration, -1 for Goblin units. So I'm assuming we might want to just keep recruiting goblins. We get this guy in particular gets a +10 to fighting elves for leadership, so my units won't break. Has his physical resistance of 10% for his goblin units, so I can resist some melee attacks. It's easier, and it's cheap for me to have chariots and pump wagons. So I guess we might want to know that. Because of the regeneration ability, which is something that is also in the lore, he has passive regeneration, which is usually only restricted to certain units, not usually orcs, and has their army ability, Grom's Wog, which we'll find out what that means in a second. So, I also get river trolls, which also are regenerating heavy. We also get stone trolls, which also have regeneration, armor piercing. So some kind of elite units and an expendable unit. Have no idea what any of that means, and we're gonna find out in just a second. Well, I'm only a solo single-player gameplay, but we might be eventually be able to do some co-op.
The waystones that guard all elven souls grow faint. Ulthuan is weak, still reeling from a ferocious greenskin assault. It barely survived.
Oh, okay.
The grim warden of Torivres has not rested since driving back the green invasion. Prince Eltharion must be prepared. There will come a day when the Goblin King returns. It is only a matter of time.
Interesting. I have more lore for that.
Desolate Southlands, a war of unimaginable power brews. War boss Grom, most feared and most colossal of all goblins, has long craved a second chance to annihilate the Asa. That time is now.
Yeah, it is. Let's do it!
Ulthuan will drown beneath a green tide. There must come the war to end all wars. But Grom's horde will meet a wall of unstoppable Asur might. Eltharion will defend his homeland until his dying breath.
Dying,
This
keyword.
is his vow. The Grim Prince and the Goblin King. Two souls sworn to vengeance upon each other.
Alright, I'm hyped. I'm ready to go. Wog! Oh yeah, it's gonna be super sweet. Years have passed since Grom's first siege of Tor Yvrisi. His clever hour defeated Elethron's hands did little to dull his massive appetite for conquest, or culinary delights for that matter, but did put quite a dent in the previously bloated reputation. Intent on building up his wall once more, he has raided his way south of the Badlands in the hope of swelling his horde to size befitting of a goblin king! Not David Bowie. At the center of the great ocean, unfinished business awaits. They always go super fast, so I was trying to be, like, really quick. Hey, fair wearable, just in time indeed. So, they're gonna cut me off any second, which is why I'm hesitant to keep talking. But, one, I'm excited. Two, thank you for the follow, Scorched Winters. Feel free to talk or ask any questions whatsoever about the game or myself. Appreciate you being here, though. Three, I didn't realize, so the bit of history, yeah, what I just read, like, rapidly fast, I knew that this was already an attack. It really is, David Bowie. David Bowie! I'm glad you just got to enjoy yourself. If this is the Goblin King, I love it. But, I knew about the attack on Tor Yvrisi. Like I told you, he left the Empire lands to go here to the Elven lands, and I know his shaman wanted to destroy these waystones, and that's what almost led the whole world collapsing, which, big shock, Greenskins almost causing an apocalypse. That never happens. And they got defeated and they got destroyed, but Grom disappeared. No one knew where he went. I didn't realize that this was going to be right after that. I didn't know if we were going to be replaying that first invasion. So no, we're literally making new territory with this storyline, which is kind of really cool. Yeah, we'll go with that. Oh, thank you, Scorched Raiders, for the Twitch Prime subscription. Whoop, whoop. That's super exciting because we're working really hard. Oh, I just realized I did not do my stream captain battle. I apologize greatly. I'll get to it in just a second. But yeah, I'm super excited about this. Like a lot of you know, I play the tabletop war game, Age of Sigmar, and like I said, Warhammer Fantasy is coming back in 2014, I think, or not 2014. 2024 is supposedly when Warhammer Fantasy, the miniature game, is coming back. That's where a lot of the rumor mongering goes. It could be hearsay, but you know what? If I put up enough good vibes, maybe it'll be a thing. So, holla. Yeah, I didn't even know, honestly, I did a little bit of research before today because I wanted to kind of know a little bit about him. And I was surprised that I didn't know that much about Grom because, come on, Grom the Paunch, that guy sounds dope. But apparently, I didn't realize that he was a goblin. I thought he was an orc. And the whole idea of him just being an insatiable, hungry goblin just hits me in so many different ways, like emotionally, mentally, and, you know, makes me very satisfied for that. So I'm pretty excited to kind of see where this goes. But, the whole story about him kind of, like, showing the Grot Revolution, which is, again, I play 40k, and I want to make a Goblin Army, or I better shut up.
The Paunch is back!
Oh, yes!
Had a bit of time off, but enough rest and recuperation. Now, Grom is ready for some more fighting, looting, and most importantly, eating. Everyone thought I was done for after the punch up with the pointy heads. So now, I gotta remind all the boys who's boss.
Yeah, you do.
First, I's gonna smash these runty spider goblins. Beat them all into submission.
Oh, I love this guy so much already.
Next, we'll crump through the dead things in the desert.
I'm actually scared of that.
See if we can pick up a few stragglers from the Badlands on the way. Then we're good to war.
But the walk was a little weak, but maybe lost his breath.
The is on the Pointy Heads Island, across the sea. Oh, I once had me a good rampage up there.
I told you.
With that crazy shaman old Blacktooth egging me on. He said we had to destroy everything. As if I wasn't gonna. And then we ended up at the gates of that shiny old city.
Tor Yvrisi, I think.
Yeah, the loot was good, but the fighting was better. We had us a right good scrap.
Oh, God.
Then Blacktooth went and lost his head, and all the boys packed it in the gates. That grim old pointy head thinks he's won, but it's time to show him Grom is still the best.
Yeah, you are, Grom. Yeah, you are, buddy. Oh. My goodness, I'm hyped. All right, real quick. And say, do you know about the Battle of the Belly? Yes. Battle of the Belly. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but the battle, and I love to talk lore, so you guys throw it at me and I'll throw it back. It might interrupt the gameplay at times, but hey, that's kind of what we're here for. Warhammer. Let's do it. So, Battle of the Belly is supposed to be this thing where orcs or goblins will eat troll flesh, and if it's raw, then it has the chance to like, or no, it has a chance to like rebel against your body, and that's why he got as big as he did, because he had that happen to him, and then he just got bigger and bigger, and even though he was able to eventually win out the Battle of the Belly with his like stomach acids and stuff like that, it eventually got to the point where he got so big and so large that he was just strong. He just could carry his weight everywhere. Is that accurate? I'm fine. I'm just taking a nap, resetting the day. Fair enough, and I'll see you in a little bit. We're feeling like rug. Always good having you. But yeah, that am I right? Am I wrong? All right, let's see how they play Broken Axe, which is the clan he's a part of. Grom's insatiable appetite for culinary delights is legendary. I'm gonna read a lot of these, so bear with me. Strange and exotic ingredients can be collected for his cauldron by completing certain actions throughout your campaign, such as winning battles, sacking settlements, and exploring the seas or purchasing them from the food merchant. Guy Fieri's in this game. Combining ingredients in Grom's cauldron can result in powerful recipes with a variety of benefits for the tribe that lasts for a number of turns. I'm super excited about it. Wog's an unstoppable force that can be unleashed once your faction gains sufficient reputation. We know about this. Whoa! That's, oh god, that was you guys. I did not expect that at all. Wait, you got me. You got me good. Raising the enemy's capital. The allotted time occupating is when the AUG ends will grant a trophy rewards in addition to building momentum. Oh! I didn't think that's new, right? Last time I played Total Warhammer...
First things first, I got to let those arachnos kids know the Goblin King's here. Rah. No better way than to take the stragglers' strongholds. If they've got a problem with it, I'll just have to make giblets out of them.
Alright, cool. I'm into it. The troll made me enemy huge to give him regeneration. Yeah. Alright, I'm into that. Capture the occupants that belong to the following faction, Arachnos. Oi, oi! Time to throw your considerable weight around you in Mana City. This is Niblet. I was right. I got this name right. Biff that Zaga tribe right out of the homes. Show them gets boss. Oh yeah? I'm terrible at orc. Let old world know that Grom The Paunch is back. Alright, 500 gold. Not a lot of gold. So it looks like we have to take that settlement. The officially Total Mucha. Oh yeah, you can get your names renamed in this game. You just gotta, you know, let me know. And basically I have it to where it's like a command point. Let me know if that's too expensive. I'll change it around. Blood for the blood god. You know what? Sure, why not? Let's see. Giant river troll hag. Glistening with putrid swamp gunk, troll eggs sate their ferocious appetites with anything and everything they can get their slimy hands on. Alright, replenish troops if I put them in. They can still technically can wound, they can assault, they can discover undercities, which is good against Skaven. They can also spread public order. Are they good at fighting? It's been a while since I look at the stats, stuff like that. Weapon strength seems pretty good. It looks like I got some just straight up goblins, some stone trolls, river trolls, all sorts of stuff like that. It looks like I got Karag Arund. And looks like I can get some goblin chariots. I think I get better benefits for goblin chariots, if I remember quickly, for my faction ability. This is gonna be some of it me learning again, trying to remember how to do it. Starving Gobbo. Grom is hungry. He needs supple recipes to begin expanding his portly waistline. I love this guy. This guy makes me happy in all the ways. Oh yeah, chariots and pump grapples are cheaper for me to have. Okay, so it might be worth doing that. I start off with a goblin toolbox, so I get research right away. Oh, that's already super sweet. I could get orcs. Who wants orcs, so, right? They're good in melee and they cast. Oh, then I definitely want a caster in my group. This is gonna help with my... I mean, it gives me a better garrison. Growth, obedience. I want to make sure I can actually leave these places alone. This is not going to help me with growth, but it does give me a goblin big boss, so I think I'm going to work on that for right now, and so I can keep taxing for the, like, small 120 gold. We are playing in hard mode, and we have a lot of, like, tough things we're going to deal with, so we're going to try this out. Looks like we can go and attack now, so let's do it. Alright, oh yeah, I didn't mention this before, but I will probably auto-resolve fights that are going to be incredibly easy, but if there's any fights that are going to be tough, I won't do that. Now, if there's ever a point where you want to watch a fight, you don't want me to auto-resolve, just say so in chat. I have a very small community. I'll see your messages, don't worry. But for this one, we're going to auto-resolve. You want me not to auto-resolve the next easy one? You say so now, and I'll respect your wishes. Look at that gold that we just got. So yeah, we could have fought that fight, but an easy fight, easy win. I don't mind starting the stream off with that. Seems okay with me. Now, I'm assuming we just want to occupy it. I forgot what the challenge is. I didn't even look at any of the other stats. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, capture and occupy someone belonging to the following factions. Alright, so 500 gold in the pocket.
Still don't get
They never do. They never do.
Oh, it's the biggest round here.
Yeah, you are.
Ain't no one fit to rule these lands but me.
That's very true.
If their boss don't bow to the Goblin King, I'll just do what I always do and squash him.
Oh my goodness, Grom, I'm falling more in love with you.
You have obtained some scrap, my lord.
Oh.
The spoils of war are not just the looted wealth of defeated foes, but also scrap materials from their weapons and armor, which can be repurposed to equip your own troops.
What? I should use the units to see how they play. They also had a Black Orc big boss here that are absolute monsters in combat. Okay, valid points to both of you. I will check that out. So scrap, huh? That seems cool. So, green skins are not above pilfering, use weapon and other junk for the battlefield and do indiscriminately. That's actually what I do for my 40k models and my Age of Sigmar models. Any scrap you're gained in the afterlife of your warmonger can be put towards improving the tribe's war capabilities, such as a unit, equip, upgrades, and technologies. That sounds pretty sick. Discovered in battle. Okay. And then bottom feeder. So I'm not a bottom feeder currently. That's hilarious, though. Not even local mobs know much of your exploits. Fight battles and raise summons to increase your reputation and let the world know the tribe's keen for a fight. Yeah, we are. Straggler, the tribe is known by some in the surrounding area, but you're still small time. Increase your reputation further by making your name synonymous with war. All right, you got it, boss. And we can call to Wog. Oh, so you literally work up to it like that. All right. Starving Gombo, we got the work on that. Grom's recipes. Grom must collect ingredients in order to cook and eat recipes that will gradually increase the size and strength. Grom will only be strong enough to face a Therian in the final siege for Torrezo once enough recipes have been consumed. Oh. Okay. Awesome. Warden in the Mist. From his secret citadel of Ethel Tamara, Therion coordinates a near impenetrable defense of the city. Cannot currently be occupied. Discover 12 receipt for Grom Cauldron to unlock the final stages, which I'm assuming that's Grom's Cauldron. Okay. Maintain control of one province either by direct ownership or through vassling. Yeah, we don't have time for vassling. Call that an impa? Wait, don't eat me yet, boss. All I was just saying is that if you want the boys to do whatever you sees, think about taking more of what's yours around here first. Yeah, Blake, you're so smart.
Your path of violence and destruction has begun, mighty lord.
Yeah, it has.
Your reputation growing with every victim and settlement that falls before you. Continue warmongering, and you will eventually gain momentum enough to make the call to war.
It's been a while since I played, so I don't mind these little tutorial bits. I actually kind of enjoy them. Scrap webs are dope. They sound dope. All right, let's look at it. Before we start building more stuff, I want to look at a little bit of the research. Reputation per turn. Ooh, okay. Gobby Gobbos. The Gobbos beginning a bit angsty. Maybe we should get him more toys to play with, or some toys. That's okay with me. Ooh, missile strength. I love some ranged. Goblins actually do pretty decent. Make it cheaper for goblins. We can go for growth, so we can build stuff better. Or we can go for campaign movement. I like campaign movement. I like going places. However, let's go for melee right off the bat. Let's make it pretty killy. We'll worry about Grom in a second. Grom's Cauldron.
You are an insatiable eater.
Might make it a little bit
lord.
brighter. It's just way too dark
And
for me.
your minions are no different. Collecting ingredients and throwing them in your special cauldron can imbue you and the tribe with nutritious
so
rewards,
awesome.
with more exotic recipes bestowing even greater powers.
Okay, awesome. Troll me, already half cooked to start my journey. You better cook it till it's black. Okay. Give the scrap to fuel for. Oh, okay. So I use scrap for cooling. So we gotta wait, I guess. Cooked recipes. Beast bits. Okay. Monkey stuff. Fishy chunks. Spores and shrooms. And flying gubbins. Okay, I'm into this. What's this? Open recipe book. Okay, so a lot of stuff to see. Alright, let me mess with my settings real quick. Sorry about this, y'all. Just don't want it too bright. Alright. Makes the strongest, this cauldron makes this the strongest orcs faction. It seems pretty awesome. Alright, that's a little bit better for me. Alright, so that was research. That is diplomacy. We'll probably look at that, I guess, just to see who wants to talk to me. The pirates are down with me.
I'm ready to cast off. This best be quick.
Want to make a military alliance? All right, no, we could have had a great thing. Just want you to know that. All right, so it looks like Springs of Eternal Life is unoccupied. We won't be able to fight the Lost Plateau until next turn. Oh, we got some dwarves we could fight later on too. All right, and then now let's look at Grom. So we have the Lucky Banner. This is Niblet, along with his serpentuous standard bearer. Niblet, who once somehow survived being sat on by him, told you the Goblin King's banner brings unspeakable luck. So magic item drop 20%. Oh, that's awesome. Chances of stealing a magic item, award save, melee defense. Wow, all right. And a Lucky Banner. So it gives me a little ability to use. Now, I don't know what type of character he's meant to be. I'm usually playing Grimgore whenever I play Greenskins, and I like him being a beast. Maybe I do the same thing. Because why not? What is his thing? Better leadership bonus, better growth, makes him a little bit more resistant. I mean, he's got a cherry, which is already pretty great. He seems to be more focused on getting attacks called rattled effect. Oh, okay. He seems to be more of a army character as opposed to a melee character. His stats seem to be kind of like the typical stats you would see for like any kind of generic one. So I'm kind of debating on just making him more into a like army focus. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So let's go down that tree. Now for the troll, however, hit points and leadership, spirit leech. That's kind of cool. We can also replenish our troops. I think I actually might go for the army one to replenish troops. So if you're new to this, and I might be doing a little educational commentary from time to time, so bear with me. So your characters level up as you get through experience, whether they're fighting other monsters or like doing like quests, which you'll see as they come along. And you can actually choose like spells, usually some like in-game abilities, like to make them a little bit healthier. Sometimes like special abilities that can only get for being this type of character. And they also have world effects, or campaign effects, whether they be them joining an army and them getting a benefit there, or they could do some stuff like they go attack other places or stay by a city and buff it up. Little things like that. He was in melee. His chariot makes him good anti-hero, and he has a terror tree later, right? I didn't see one, but we'll look into it. I'm gonna go for the replenished troops so we can make our armies a little more healthier from fighting. Does he have a terror tree? Passive ability, sneaky stabbers, coming back. That's kind of cool. Gets bonuses from when fighting with goblins, can benefit goblins again. Deadly blade. Yeah, I don't see a terror tree. His axe is pretty sick, actually. He's a monster in combat. I get a couple hundred kills each battle with him. Okay. Well, that's alright. Maybe we're thinking a little bit more longer game than we need to be. But I've also had a lot of examples of, like, failing horribly with it. We have some renowned troops that we will eventually get access to. A feral wyvern? I want a dragon type creature. Well, it's going to get some more goblins. Snotling pump wagons. What is that? Oh, it's a named one. It's a spiky one. Okay. I like that. That sounds cool. Let's go to get a bunch of them. Why not? And we're already building stuff here. This place has orcs I can build now, which I don't know if I care about, but sure. He always attacks on the back, so you can push him through units. Okay, fair enough. Well, this is gonna be fun. Congratulations, y'all. We got through our first turn with only 48 minutes to spare. Let's go ahead and put a market there, as we might put this to YouTube and see where we go from there. Thanks for stopping by. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. So zoomy. If everybody else is here, feel free to ask questions, drop a follow, drop a sub, all that fun stuff. All right, moving on. Boop, and turn. We did it. Turn one done. Yeah. At this 30th turn, at least have 50 scrap. Well, we're pretty close to that. Grom has been guilty of resting on his laurels in the past, especially when the spoils of war, the ensuing victory bandits were particularly good. I think they're talking about when he took over Nuln. And then just basically like, yeah, whatever. If it not been for the sinister encouragement of his power-crazed shaman Old Blacktooth, Grom's ambitions may not have always been backed up by his actions. He certainly wouldn't have gotten off his corpulent rump to lead Broken Axe's first invasion of Ypres. Unfortunately, Blacktooth eventually had his head lopped off by the pointy-eared Git Ethereum, but before they had absorbed copious amounts of power from the destroyed Waystones. So much power, in fact, that it made him rather difficult to actually be killed, even after his head severed from his body. Oh, is he gonna come back? Before Grom had given up his rallying his fleeing troops to Toria Vizier, he spotted Shaman's head on the ground shrieking angry obscenities at him. So he put it in a jar before flaying himself. Yes! Since that day, Blacktooth had mostly explored unintelligible nonsense, being devoid of a body he could do that to an orc. Recently, however, he started saying things that grabbed Grom's attention, claiming that he knew how to get the wog going again. First thing he suggested Grom to, however, was throw a feast to motivate the lads. Never turning down an excuse for a banquet, Grom bellows him to grab some scraps to get the cauldron fire going. And now... okay, so we're gonna get Blacktooth's conjuration, which is gonna be a head. A power-saturated, incredibly annoying Blacktooth's blabbering head enables frightening manifestations when in the hands of a spellcaster. Time will either tell whether his words would lead Grom to his ultimate prize, or simply the ramblings of a lunatic. Either way, sounds great. Summons a rogue idol. Those are supposed to be like stone elemental giant things. That sounds awesome. Random ingredient will be unlocked.
The enemy
Okay.
flees. Hunt them down like the beasts they are.
Who's fleeing? This guy is? Okay.